we are going to make Au Gratin, and then we are going to include other vegetables to the traditional potato. So we are going to have celery root, butternut squash, rutabagas, and the traditional potato. But first, we are going to make the sauce that will come with it to make it the gratin. Get some olive oil. This is a chopped shallots and some garlic. We are choosing it this way to cook the creamy sauce a little bit ahead of the time. This will help us to reduce the cooking time. So don't let it cook too hard. Right here, I'm going to lower the heat and leave it there to simmer slowly whilst I cut the other components. So here, it will then be seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper and some grated nutmeg. Stir it up. Now, we are going to cut the vegetables in different layers. As I cut it here, okay, you can also use a tool like a mandolin, right, to cut it here if your knife skills is not as good as you trust yourself with. And the potatoes sliced will be put on the side. The rutabaga is what is coming next. Cut it up. Because they are all going to cook in the same time, right, you have to make sure that the slices you are making are almost evenly so that they all cook at the same time, and not that in the end one is done and the other is still not done. So this is the butternut squash. It's very firm and good to slice carefully. So rearrange them together if you prefer. And finally, the celeriac root. So now that we have all the vegetables sliced up together, we're going to build the makeup for the potato and vegetables au gratin. So then here we can go ahead and then spread out the potato in the bottom, the potato in the bottom in your dish. Then we can follow it up with the rutabagas. At this point, we have built two great flavors together. And finally, you're going to put your butternut squash also on top of the two vegetables. So at this point, the next will be the celeriac root, which will go directly on top of it as well. So now that we have assembled it, then we are going to bring the good sauce that we made earlier to be poured on top of it, and then the cheese will go on top of it and it will go into the oven. So, and this will go evenly spread out. So you have to make sure that the cream sauce barely covers your veggies, and then finally Parmesan cheese on top of it. Cover it completely with the Parmesan cheese, Okay, and it will go in the oven. Now, the idea behind this is that when you build it together with a variety of vegetables like that, it gives you a complete different texture with a multiple combination of good flavors. So this we have here is going to go into the oven at the temperature of 375 degrees, and it will be in there between 20 and 25 minutes. Sometimes, depending on the type of oven you're using, it can also go maybe 35 minutes or so, but it all depends on the slices that you make. So you're going to the oven now. Ooh, look at this. Here, look at this. So now, what we're going to do is to cut the portion out and serve it. Yes. Okay. And we're going to garnish it with maybe some Parmesan cheese because we had the Parmesan cheese in there, and maybe some parsley to give it a contrast on there. And here we have our potato vegetables au gratin, Cordon Bleu style.